You might not be able to tell, but my eyes are a little smaller than usual. See, I ate a Bertolli that I had saved for this blessed day. And then I took a fatty nap. I'm talking a 4-5 hour banger easy. And now I'm caffeinated out of my tits. And I'm just waking up. And we keep going. Look, season 5 is coming. Just like me in 4 days. And I'm not taking any prisoners. We keep going. We got to get through season 4. How many episodes? 10 episodes of season 4. So here we go. Season 4, episode 1, New Terra. That's new. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Ringy boys. And then it comes from the top down now. All right, a little bit of tweaking on the intro. Trying to find a better life on the other side or some shit. Barbapicola. Giuseppa Eleonora Barbapicola was an Italian natural philosopher, poet, and translator. Best known for a translation of René Descartes' Principles of Philosophy.
Whatever happens, we will be together.
Together.
I don't know this man. I don't know why that made me laugh. I don't know. Just thinking this is some rando. Look, I'm waking up, okay? I'm just making myself giggle. Look at that outfit. That's kind of cool. If you remember, I don't know if I included it, but I mean, you guys have watched the show. There's that scene where they talk about losing the Belter identity and becoming Earth or Mars, losing what makes them Belters if they wear, the uniform of the enemy, whatever. And Ashford talks about being united as Belters and for the uniform part. I don't know. Maybe they address it. I don't know. It's kind of cool. You gotta go. Punch it.
That's a good cup of coffee.
Did
you speak to Naomi?
It was lovely.
This dude looks like the guy from Walking Dead, Neiman. It reminds me of Neiman.
Speak to Naomi?
It was
This is
lovely
Mama.
meeting her, except it was
One
in
of
a
his mamas.
screen. Here.
Brought you a book. My book?
Your next long
What?
haul. What did you see out there?
With the thunder hit in the background.
Hard to put into words.
Gonna be a real turd floater, huh?
Perfect words for every occasion.
Okay, so there were multiples of them, and then they all got corrupted. Okay. That's kind of cool.
Holden never stopped.
They had me doing dream therapy.
Heard there's a new spin-off series after season 5. It's Orange is the New Black Expanse. So if you guys want to check that out.
I don't really have to go. They had me doing dream.
So I really like this conversation. I'm sure everybody does. I think these are interesting characters to have converse. There's a lot going on here, which it's not like obfuscated, so everybody kind of picks up on it innately, but he picks up the call from her, but then he's also, I don't want to say trying to appear busy, but like that's the most you know, he could care about somebody, right? Like, you know, I care about you the most. Not like he's in love with her, but him talking to her the way that he's talking to her, not facing the camera or the screen, working on something in front of her, almost listening through one ear but still focusing on the other thing. A lot of people would take that as a sign of like you're not paying attention to them or whatever. But that's him. And I think the blocking shows that, right? It's intentional that he's still doing this stuff. But the little nickname he gives at the end, and then the line when he feels like she's starting to kind of lose her like grip on herself, where he's basically saying, you're human, you eat, shit, sleep, don't give him anything, you know. Yeah, I'm like having a hard time finding one sentence to say it, but like, I care about you the most I could. It's kind of what I'm getting at here, and the blocking I think is important to that.
Sure thing, Peaches.
And then there's a little like smile there at the end before the phone call ends. The Skype call.
Good luck with that.
You know, and then him stopping work and looking at it like it's he's en route, just landed.
To give them jobs, to give them a purpose in a century.
I like
Every
Nancy.
Week, another colony, sooner or later, an Earthship will try to run the blockade.
Nancy speaking some sense.
Our own citizens, or are we going to turn the situation to our advantage?
We are going to do what I goddamn said we are going to do.
That's infuriating. Mom, why do I have to do this? And then she'd get mad, right? This is when your parent starts calling you the wrong name. She do this thing because I said so. I like Nancy. Nancy speaking some sense. They make him look very earthy with the jacket. It makes him feel very grounded, right? Different from the other people's attire. It's kind of a nice touch from the costume department. Right? This looks like this is a very grounded earth outfit. Blue jeans and a jacket, like a motorcycle jacket, leather jacket. Independent ship, owned and operated by James Holden, Naomi Nagata, Alex Kamal, Amos Burton. Legitimate salvage.
Have a Sorella to clear for our salvage claim.
How'd she look?
Fine.
No, I mean, like, what was she wearing?
It's good to be home.
What?
Have a Sorella's worried it could become another Eros.
There's
Reference in the
new systems out there, and I don't want to
gravity drugs and shit. Civilian life, huh? Ooh. Oh. I thought that was like important and dangerous, but eh. Former MCR Itachi en route to the ring. Mission unknown. Dude, that's cool. I like the architecture. The original for any occasion. Dude, this is pretty cool. I like the architecture here. Nanobiotics. Firehawks. What? Is this a little Easter egg, maybe? Martian air mix. Courage, obedience, cooperation. Incoming Rocinante ops deck. Ooh. That's gotta be a little frustrating. I mean, you can just be doing some salvage work on a ship, or you could be flying through space, checking out the ring. I mean, this whole thing is set up to kind of juxtapose her current living to where she was before and her life here versus where it was on Mars, on the Rocinante. She's kind of a burden and inconvenience here, living with her family, kind of doing a job that's not really that important or she doesn't really care about that much, and then looking at, you know, what these guys are doing. No one really has time for her right when the kid gets the food and then immediately leaves. Hey, I heard you were a war hero, and now you're just sitting here eating frozen food, you know, doing salvage work. Look. Oh, I was wondering what that was trying to say, Nalok. I'm reading this as like Nalok. Nalok? But it's no lock. Yeah, there's no lock. There's no lock, boss man. Lock. Ooh. What the hell?
The one that's still fighting.
Dude, this guy's tattoos look sick. And so then I have to imagine that's setting him up to be antagonistic or go against it, right? You have a character introduce that and especially show the scenes where he's flickering the eyes, which is good acting, but that's what you want, like the, you know, that the little flicker of like, wait a minute, maybe you're onto something, that type of thing. The boys are back in town, the boys are back. Oh, I can't sing that, I'll get copyright striked. Dude, look at this paint job. Analysis, bone density, normal. Linked meds, osteo-X, muscle fatigue inhibitor incomplete. Orthostatic intolerance helper. Potassium enrichment, hypothalamus stimulation. Subject is on an accelerated administration schedule. Should be closely monitored for any abnormal cardiovascular activity. Ooh, and then look at... I'm assuming those aren't track marks, guys, okay? Those are probably every time he's had to inject her, right? So this is probably once or twice a day. I don't know. But if you look at her forearms, look at her thighs. Baseline stat target zones. Acceptable. Dude, this is pretty cool. Biomass monitor, all this stuff. She's going to be important. Look at these outfits, dude. Look at these outfits, dude.
In 2 generations, their children will be...
Sure. You know, that's got multiple layers, right? Back to the bone density thing, forgetting who you are. So that type of conflict will probably reverberate. And that's kind of interesting from the way that science vessel communicates with them and the way they think about the Belters is ruining the planet. I don't know, all these like these little lines are you only have so much time to get through the story. So every line has to be important. And every line is important, right?
What are we supposed to wait?
Ooh. Huh. Huh. What? I saw it. I processed it. I got nothing. That's G14 classified. So, my camera died. Well, I used my phone. My phone overheated, but I had the original audio So I'm re-recording the second half of the show. But just so you know, this isn't my first time watching it because I lost that stuff. So remember this ship, because I'm going to talk about this when they show the Earth science vessel. But like, remember what this one looks like. How blocky and salvagey this one looks.
Tynan, no entry to the ring is permitted without proper authorization. Transmit your access code immediately.
Every damn time. See, look at this. Right? Look at this. And reference it with the Belter ship. I thought this was really interesting. The more uniform color palette, and aerodynamics aren't that important in space, but it looks a lot more aerodynamic and refined and sleek. The Earth ship looks like an Earth ship. The Belter ship looks like a Belter ship. I thought that was kind of cool.
No, I do not.
I remember this guy from The Dark Knight Rises. But I thought even at this point, I was like, I don't like this guy. I think he's a bad guy. And I'm pretty sure he's a bad guy. Yeah, so I was thinking, ugh, I don't like this. Even the second time through. That's my nightmare. Every time Spirit Airlines gets a little bit of turbulence, oh my days. So I think what I think is, this dude's obviously a bad guy, right? And he's bringing something to the planet that he's not supposed to, or maybe he's supposed to bring, but no one else knows about it. And the planet's reacting to their ship. Because it didn't react that way to the Belter ship, and it doesn't react that way later to the Rocinante. And then when they show this guy just staring at these two sort of crates, I don't know. I'm thinking he brought something to the planet. I like this scene, and then another shot later on. I really like the color grading here. Like, for all I know, this could be Utah. And with the color grading applied to it, this could all be brown, sand, and desert. For sci-fi shows, you give them a little bit of that bluish green. Like, if you remember The Matrix, it's very like blue green. But I like her, and I like this chick. This is my number one chick. This chick. That's my girl for season 4. That's who I'm rooting for.
Enlist you to their cause. Holden, do not put your dick in it. It's fucked enough already.
Still funny the second time.
Good advice.
Still funny the second time. But she's the only character who says fuck, really. She said it, I think, 3 or 4 times in this episode alone. Kind of no nonsense, right? In the text message, when she's sending where the fuck is Holden, when she talks to Nancy, we're gonna do whatever the fuck I say we do, whatever. When she's talking to Holden in her room with the globe up, I didn't call you here for a fucking history brief or whatever it is. I like that the writing for her is unique to her, and the expletives that she uses. He doesn't grab the gun, which I thought was pretty interesting. I don't know, they kind of remind me of teeth. Like spines or teeth, kind of. I think the smoke transition to that is really cool. But then we cut to this, where there's no more music, and then as soon as she opens the door, you have this very nice, soft piano. Like, it helps relay so much of the emotion of the scene. If you remember the Martians landing on Earth the first time, with how bright it was, they wore the goggles and they were thrown up and stuff. I think because the music's really nice, but then you also, I don't know what this is, maybe 15 frames, and then it slowed down to like 0.75% speed. It's just nice. I don't know. It's just really nice what they did. And then here you can see the purple in her hair. It's very faint, but you can still see the purple, even though she doesn't have the kind of mohawk thing. I don't know. I thought it seems really cool. This shot looks like this looks like the same body of water and the same body of water as before. And they had him walk down and then they had him walk back up. Like it's the same. See how they're walking kind of north here? This looks like the same geographic location as this, except they cut right before they get down as far as they should. So maybe like, oh, this part looks cool and the color temperature of the water looks cool. So we'll have them walk down here, cut it, and then we'll have them walk back up because it looks cool. But right here, again, the color temperature and the lighting that they used, I don't know, this shot, I just really liked it. I think the colorist and the lighting is just really good to get the highlights on the faces. You've got lights like way back here to get some of the lighting on his face here and here and here. But sorry, Rosa. But the light source is from behind him, right? That's kind of like the sun, I guess, whatever. So you still have those kind of highlights.
Them first. You got 2 seconds. For saying you got 1.
I mean, it looks sentient, right? And again, the other important thing here is they didn't know what it was either. And if you look at their faces and their clothes, none of their stuff was cut up before. So it's not like the Belters, a few of them survived the landing and then they've been establishing a settlement here and it's constantly under attack every couple days or something. And the other people got cuts and bruises and stuff. Like this seems to be the first time it's happened ever since the Dark Knight Rises guy arrived. I don't know. Proto Molecule Ninja Star. I don't know what this says. I don't know what that is, but it's cool. I don't know what that is, but it's still cool. But I enjoyed the character building and the sort of pairings that they did. I liked the time skip, and I liked that, to the best of my knowledge, I think they've introduced a lot of antagonists and conflict in the very first episode that's going to reverberate moving forward. The conversation with Drummer and Naomi about forgetting who you are. You know, you're going to go onto that planet and you're going to forget that Belters belong out in space. The conversation with the Belter and Ashford, you're just their lapdog doing what they want. You forgot Belters first, that type of thing. The conversation with Drummer and Ashford about Belters getting the short end of the stick again, and you're trusting the inners and they're using you, kind of, right? We made this deal and I have to look after the ships and we're not getting anything out of it. The conversation with Bobby and her dude, whatever his name is, and trying to adjust to civilian life, keep your uniform. I think there's going to be wars, but her conversation with him and her conversation with Alex and reflecting on, you know, civilian life, right? Like, you could have gone through the ring. These people that you were acquainted with, you know, they're going through the ring, traveling to unexplored planets, and you're here, like, taking salvage off of a wrecked ship and trying to live your life as a normal person when you're not, you know, that's not normal for you. But yeah, I liked it. I cut, so at the very beginning, the first time I watched it, before I started it, I was trying to come up with a prediction. I'm like, okay, let me think about what my prediction would be. And I didn't have one because I had no idea Do they start where season 3 left off? Did they start with a time skip? Is the crew like different? Do they have to meet back up again? Are they going to deal with the politics of trying to claim the rings, or are they going to be going through the rings, or like what's going to happen? I had no idea what they're going to be doing, but I liked it. I don't know. I think this is a good season. I think some people have mentioned that it's different. It takes like a different tone, or it, I've seen that comment a lot. Oh, it's different than the other seasons. It's like, I don't know, tonally or pacing wise, it's different. But so far from episode 1, like I'm excited. I got a big smile on my face, and it's the second time I've watched it. So, yeah, obviously not ideal doing a second take of the reaction, but I'll make sure my camera doesn't mess up again, and we'll keep going. Bye. I love you all.